It's a good question. Paul Finebaum was asked, Matt, to bury Dean Legge again here on Dog Post Riding Home. We're going to get you through this day today. Paul Finebaum was asked on Greg McElroy's show, if you're starting a team now, who would you rather have, Nick Saban or Kirby Smart? And here's the response, Matt. He said, I think the answer is obvious. You would hire a 48-year-old coach who's going for his third national championship on an about to be 72-year-old coach who has had the greatest career of all time. But still, how much runway does he have? Talking about Nick. He said, I think Smart has a better operation today. What does that mean? Overall, top to bottom, I don't know about Alabama's coaching staff. So your sort of take on Paul's take, for lack of a better term. Who
Or
would you take?
Greg's take, or whoever that was.
No, that was Paul.
That was Paul. Well, he's right. I mean, you take the younger, energetic coach who has just won 2 straight national championships. No one's trying to discredit Nick Saban and what he's accomplished. He is the GOAT. I think he's past Bear Bryant. We've talked about that multiple
Yes.
times. He's the guy. But he's, would you say, 72 years old? I mean, if we're
I want to make
starting a
sure
program.
I want to make sure we're factually correct here because
Okay.
Paul missed it by a year. And I get a little jumpy about this because Kirby's older than I am, but not by much. Kirby's 47. He won't be 48 until December. So keep going.
Okay. I mean, you see Kirby's energy, right? Whether it's on the field during the game or on the recruiting trail, he's still got it. He is in his prime very much. I mean, was Saban in his prime, I guess, in his early 60s when he was winning all these titles with Alabama? Or was it when,
It's
it's
a
hard to
good
say he was in
question.
his prime at LSU, even though he was younger because he wasn't winning title after title. He did win one. He was very successful, but
Right.
Kirby's in his prime right now, and he knows how to run a program. He's proven that. He's proven he can do it on the recruiting trail, on the field, in game. A lot of guys can do it. They can coach and practice and develop their players, and they can recruit. But when it comes to in-game strategy, making adjustments, making timeouts on a critical, punt,
Yeah.
they might not be able to do that. Kirby checks every box you look for in a coach. So he knows how to coach in the game. He knows how to prepare his players in practice, and he knows how to recruit the players, get them through the program, and get them off to the NFL. So, we talk about prospects and recruits. How many boxes do they check at that certain position? Well, if we're talking about coaches, Kirby checks every single box you look for. Now, I know a lot of people are kind of hating on the program. It hasn't been a very clean off season for the
Yeah.
program.
Yeah.
So maybe that's something that has to improve. But other than that, if from a coaching standpoint and a program building standpoint, nobody's doing it better right now than Kirby. And if he wins 5 more titles, then he has the potential to pass Nick,
He could.
all time down the road. Now, I don't think he's going to be coaching at 72 just because he's. Yeah, I can't see that right now. Maybe I'm wrong, but at 46, 47, whatever you said, he is the best coach of college football right now. And if some rando had to come in and build a program from scratch, Kirby is your first call.
So I was talking with a collegiate coach yesterday about it's recruiting season, so they're bored and they'll call. You know how this goes. They're driving in a large state, or they're going a 4-hour drive or something like that. And then the funny part is when they're ready to get off the phone. Oh, I'm out of school. I got to go. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Just use me up, whatever. But the point they were making about Kirby and Nick. Actually, I was asking about Oklahoma, believe it or not, and somehow it steered to Kirby, Nick, Clemson because of the tie with Venables at OU. So their point was who uh, their point was who has had the same defensive coordinator for the last 5 years? Basically, Alabama and Georgia. So Clemson, that's not the case anymore. I mean, obviously Oklahoma, that's changed dramatically. Florida, they had a head coaching change. I mean, all of the traditional powers, whether you're talking or the recent powers, Clemson's won a national championship recently, not the same defensive coordinator. LSU, new head coach. Uh, Alabama and Georgia, right? That's it, right? Because Urban's not the same head coach from Ohio State. So that person's point was they're getting high level. There's only two teams. Their contention was there's only two teams that are getting legitimate high level players right now, and they are Georgia and Bama. They did not throw Ohio State in there, which but and then they said that Kirby's just doing he's got a better staff right now and just doing a better job right now. That's all. And it's that simple. And I think Nick did do a better job. I think Nick did a better job for a while than Kirby did. I don't think there's much question about that. If you still want double dogs, sign up for the newsletter. You're running out of time to get this offer. Five folks are going to get double dogs free. If you sign up for the newsletter, you're going to want to do it quickly. That's going to get announced on Monday, the five folks. And if they don't respond, I'm going to go to the sixth person and the seventh person. So it's quick. But I would start with. I don't say who the people are. That one person that told me this though is a reporter and one who's been around the block for a long time and one I really like and respect and all this stuff. And he said Nick is the greatest coach of all time. Kirby is the greatest coach right now. Like he's doing it better than anybody right now.
Yeah, and while you're talking about that, I'm thinking of the list of coaches who's doing a good job right now,
Well, who
and
is? You tell me. You tell me.
Ryan Day is doing a good
I
job at
think he
Ohio
is.
State, and the
Yeah.
talent level is right there underneath Georgia and Alabama. But you talk about you got to win championships with 5 stars. He's got 5 stars, especially on the offensive side of the football, and they'll get some on defense too. So their time, I don't know, is coming where they win 2 out of 3, but I do think they'll win one national championship under
I
him.
do.
Florida
I
State
do.
is getting it together, but you can't discredit Dabo and what he's done at Clemson. Although I think the projection of that
It's
program is
it's
falling a
it's
little bit.
important. Yeah, this 2023 is important for Florida
Yeah,
State and Clemson.
yeah.
Both.
Notre Dame, are they ever gonna get to
No.
a place where they are competing for championships, not 10-win seasons? Which is that okay for them? I
School
guess they're gonna have to just be cool
this
with that because that's all they're doing. That's all they're winning right now. But
well, in your
I,
lifetime has Notre Dame won a national championship? Okay, then
no,
there
I
you
was
go.
born 1990, which
Yeah.
seems crazy as an all-time, blue blood great program, and but uh, Texas should be doing better. According to Urban Meyer, they have arguably the best roster top to bottom. That could be another video, which is
I don't know what he's talking
crazy. I know
about.
they have 5 stars too, but top to bottom, they're not even in the same universe. Lincoln Riley is a good head coach. I think his seat is hottest as far as which coach is going to win a championship or needs to. He's had some really good teams, and Oklahoma, obviously, they play Georgia in the Rose Bowl. That's probably the best team he's ever had, and we're talking about all 6 years ago. So can he take UFC, a program that has a lot of history, tradition, championships from a while ago and some not too recent? Can he get them over the hump? Dan Lanning did a great job at Oregon year one. Can he improve on that? So I think he would be in that top 5 coaches of, you want to start a program. Dan Lanning might be one of those guys too. It
Okay.
ain't Jimbo Fisher. And
No.
Josh Heupel knows what he's doing at
I think
Tennessee.
Josh Heupel
Yeah,
would be in the discussion as well.
yeah.
Would you
I don't
hey,
know
hey
how long. Go ahead.
well, then that naturally brings you to, Shane Beamer. I mean, there's a lot of people who really have a lot of love for Shane Beamer, and I
You
think
need
that's
diapers? Okay.
fine. Go ahead, Matt. I'll take it from here. I think that the thing about the Shane Beamer thing is, if you got to go ahead and go. I'll rock it out.
No,
Um,
no, 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 no,
I,
no. We're good.
we're good. Okay. I think the thing about Shane Beamer, man, is you. So you can't just build a program on 2 wins. And I think that when you look at what Shane has done at South Carolina, he's done a great. There's a lot of stuff he's really done a good job. Marketing, he has made himself very available to media um, and to fans. And at South Carolina, I think you really have to do that. But when you look at Carolina, 15-11. I mean, just not in 21, their best win was probably the win over North Carolina, I guess. Eastern Illinois, East Carolina, Troy, Vanderbilt, Florida, after Mullen had gotten fired or was about to get fired. Auburn, and then North Carolina. And then a season ago, I think we all know their best win was over Tennessee and Clemson, although they did have the Kentucky win. So they're putting it together more. Georgia State, Charlotte, South Carolina State, Kentucky, Texas A&M, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, and Clemson. Those are, I mean, that's a good start, but just not competitive in any way with Georgia. Losing to Missouri at home is inexcusable. Losing by Florida to by losing
Embarrassing
by
fashion. Yeah.
32 to
Yeah.
Florida is not
Right.
acceptable. So, I mean, I think with Shane, you know, it's an 2023 is important for Dabo. 2023 is important for
100
Shane too. Go ahead.
100%. Every time you think South Carolina is going up a little bit, they
Yeah,
end up coming back down and they
yeah,
end up crashing
yeah.
and doing something. So, like you said, this is a massive season for him. If he can keep that momentum, I know they lost to Notre Dame at the end of the season, but still, it seems like the program is on the rise. He's recruiting well. He's out recruiting Dabo,
They
especially
are
in
on
the
the
state of South
they are
Carolina.
on the rise from where they have
Yeah,
been, but
but they need to keep rising, or else
yes,
it's
there
going
were
to
some
fall apart.
serious ashes there. I mean, you can be a phoenix, but you got to kind of get above the clouds. I obviously you would take Kirby, but that's sort of a simplistic question because it's a fun question because it leads to these discussions. But I mean, Nick, you want to watch ageism because was Kirby too young when he took Georgia over? I think he was 39 or just turned 40 when he took the job over. Now he's 47. I mean, was he too young? I don't know. Mark was around the same, a little bit older, I think, but not by much. Is Nick quote too old? I don't know. I mean, I think if we're talking about starting a program, yeah, but starting a program is not going to matter when when Alabama's offense is trying to march down the field on you. I think I hope we get one or two more classic Georgia Alabama fights, Matt, but I don't know how many more we will get.
I think we could see another one this year in the SEC
Yeah.
title game, but Nick Saban is getting older and
Yes.
he's got a lot of money. He's got a nice house on the lake. How long does he want to do this? Does he want to wait until he wins another one and leave going out on top? I think that would be very poetic and something that he would love to do, but you better do it soon, man. You better do it soon.
You remember Michael Jordan playing for the Wizards? Me either.
It wasn't great.
Me either.